Hello everybody and welcome back to the Raccoon City Project Minecraft Survival episode 13. Yes, 13. I I don't know. I don't know what happened with that. I went from episode 10 to episode 19 in my titles and I just yeah. No idea what on earth was going on with that. But I hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a good start to 2026 and February is just around the corner. So, since the last episode, I'd got about majority of the lower east floor done of the Spencer Mansion. Well, I've been busy at it for the last week, mainly resource gathering. But the second floor, I would say, is about 98% done. Now, you're probably wondering what I'm doing stood up here on a tree just randomly. Well, I'm actually waiting for some more trees to grow because it's Harclay Mountains, Raccoon City's forest. And I'm just gonna. I could do custom trees, but I don't have the skill for custom trees. It's just easier to plant saplings and have a mixture, have a variety. However, what I've been looking at is this bit. So I'm thinking of moving this field here where they find Bravo's helicopter back over here. So terraform this down a little bit. Move the. Yes. Why is it as soon as I'm doing my intro, you haven't moved all morning, dog? What? You poor me. That's Luna. She's just come to check on me. She's probably wondering who on earth I'm talking to. I'm talking to my fellow nerds. What? Goose at your butt? Get your paw off me. Hey, that's my controller. You've had your din-dins, and you've had your breakfast, and you've had a jumbo. Go sell your butt. Go sell your butt. Look, we're going to go out after we've recorded. Okay? This is the problem when you own a German Shepherd Husky Malinois cross. Yeah, she's got the hint. Anyway, what were I saying? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to move it to about here because obviously from the intro, they're doing a lot of running and shooting. It does take them a little bit of a trek to get to the mansion, and I do think that's a bit too close. Also, I'm thinking of mixing out that dried sand grass with the wheat, and then I'll just build a mock-up Bravo helicopter, move all that over there, but also where I stopped with this terraforming, because originally all this was water, I think I'm going to take that back out, get rid of all of this, maybe out to about there, and terraform it all along there, keep it covered, and then just fill this entire area with more trees. And I think that will give the illusion that, yeah, you're sort of stuck in a lost forest. And I'm going to try and get lichen around because obviously when I eventually get round to uploading this, if I ever get the bloody thing finished, I don't want people to have too many mobs. I want them to be able to experience the builds that I've done without too much problems, which kind of leads us on to why I'm waiting for night time. You see, trying to spawn proof this and keep the atmosphere of the original game is really difficult and prevent mobs from spawning. Let me just show you quickly what's in one of my chests, and then we'll go on with the tour. Also, oh goodness, yeah, I've recently changed my settings, so my camera's a lot faster now. I was actually trying with bumper jumper, because I use a controller and I jump with A, which means if I jump, I have to let go of my look, which is no good for PvP. So I changed my controls and, oh, I stripped many a log by mistake. I placed things where I shouldn't. And don't try and recalibrate your brain after 9 years. Yeah, mobs in this place were becoming a bit of a problem. I mean, creepers I didn't mind too much, providing they didn't blow up, because I need the gunpowder. But yeah, it's been a mare. And the rain, hopefully it's not too loud for the video. But let's have a quick tour of course it's going to rain. Huh? You come in from the rain, buddy? Yeah, welcome. So, as you're aware, we did the main hall last time. I've also got rid of that sand and replaced the lights, and they are hidden. So you still get that nice glow effect without actually just having the lanterns hung on the wall off fence gates. I finally got round to waxing the chandeliers. So we'll start from the ground floor. I still think there's one or two little bits that we're missing. Now, I can't remember if I'd got in here done last time. I don't think I did. I think I just got some of the outer bits done. So I've done this because that's supposed to be a mirror, and that's the best effect I could get because obviously there's another room behind here. So I think that's pretty good. It would be nice if you could have an armour stand with your skin on it that went on a minecart around the other side. I think that would be pretty cool. Yeah, we got through here done. Into oh, I'm missing a herb. 2 herbs. Oh no. Oh, I did forget a room. Oh yeah, that's right, because I'm using a long plate and I can't remember what the closet room looks like. And it's their first playthrough. Right, okay, so maybe 90% done. But yeah, I've changed a few bits out, because these are just like tiny little spotlights, and although the mangrove one, which has got the circling, looks good, there's nothing red about it, so this was the best one I could go for. And I kind of like the effect of that. Next in line, I think we finished this room last time. I did. I've added that. I've made a change in here, though. Because originally I brought this out so that I could get one of the other rooms to fit. Unfortunately, it then clashed with something that happens on the second floor. And I'll get to that in a moment. But yeah, I think this was done last time. Yeah, in here was done. I think I'm missing a painting or something on this wall. I'm sure there was something. I still can't get over how yellow this room is. I still haven't put a door on here yet. We've got the bathroom complete. I think I showed this off last time. I've also sorted those out. Oh yeah, the shotgun room. So we've got this area done. This, luckily, is spawn proof. It doesn't look it. Don't forget, I play with my brightness at 30 to get that ambient look, which is something when, if and when I finally get this out for people to download and play, will be the best one. So we've got the shotgun room finished. It was a bit difficult trying to do the sort of like a red banner pattern on the wall here. That's red terracotta glazed. That was the best thing I could come up with. And obviously the shotgun. There's actually room behind here. So if anybody ever wanted to do any redstone, by all means, feel free to do so. Once you get this world, it will be yours to do what you wish. What else was there on the ground floor? I think I was in the middle of working on this. Oh no, I forgot to wax these. There's always something. So, I was trying to do spotlights, and in Java, you can hang lanterns off levers. And I was also thinking about maybe balancing something else, but it didn't look right. So what I've done is behind these paintings, there is ochre frog lights. So that keeps the room lit, but gives the illusion that the light is shining on the paintings. Which took me a while. I was thinking about using soul lanterns because they emit a lower light glow. I think it's a light glow of 10. Might be 12 instead of 15. But, yeah. We've got the study done as well. This was a bit of a pain because this was awfully cramped. And I've managed to do what I can. There is a plant in this corner, but because I've got this here and there's a lamp you switch on right there, yeah, I've kind of had to forgo that. I probably could do with another banner up there and there. I ran out of I've run out of white wool because there's some curtains that are sort of tied back. But yeah, you can even hide in here if you want to. Oh dear, I'm such a nerd. I think we'd got the storage room finished last time. Yes, yes, giant typewriter. So that's the ground floor, pretty much done of the east wing. Most of that you saw last time. Now, second floor. This proved to be an absolute nightmare. I must have changed this bit out 5, 6 times maybe. Maybe more. Maybe more. And yeah, it just it drove me batty. Now, I do need a painting here, and I think there's a painting here as well. So that is something we need to work on. And if we go... Oh, what's happened here? Why is that frozen? No, I pressed the wrong button. Never mind. There we go. I'm going to put an item frame there, and I think that may stop the smoke. Not sure. I'm also half tempted to put the fire out and just try and hide a light source. Maybe out here, so it comes in through the window. I'm not sure about that. Holy moly, I think I just papped myself. The lightning got me really good the other day. I was out caving. I needed andesite. And a creeper was right behind me. And as it was doing its thing, a boom of thunder went up above. I'm telling you now, my stomach jumped up to my heart. My heart rate increased to about 1,000 beats per minute. And I damn near shit myself. It was just... It caught me so off guard. It didn't help the fact it was 3 a.m. in the morning. I was just grinding away. Right. Where you'd fight Yawn 2. So, this room, you can see these buttons up here. They're supposed to be tiny little spotlights that are up there. There's a light in either corner, a candle or candle-like bulb chandelier that's not lit, but I've done that for the sake. There's actually a light source behind that, because right here, this particular spot was at light level 0, and there were just... Every time I'd come through, there'd be a creeper or a zombie, or one would spawn, walk off, and then another would spawn. The piano? Now, I should sleep, but it's better at night, because at the minute I've not put no roof on, so all the daylight comes through, and it makes everything a higher light level. Yeah, I tried a banner pattern, which you can sort of negotiate in with stairs. I tried pushing these in with pistons to see if I could get it, but I just... So if any of you have got any suggestions for a piano, please feel free to let me know that. I'm going to try, because I've never done it before, I'm going to try and link my Discord that I've got for this build in the description below, if I remember and if I know how. If it's not there, it's because I'm far too dumb. So, the reason I changed the downstairs was this bit. So eventually, snake goes to bite you, breaks the ground, breaks the tiles, and opens up a hole. And you drop down there and find the last will and testament of George Trevor before a ladder that takes you to the underground. Now that is all lined up now. Whether I get it lined up with the underground or not, that's a different story. But at the minute, it's just a question of trying to get it to work as best as possible. And yeah, dear head. Now this room is a little grayer, and I am thinking of switching out the light. Not sure how yet, or what I'm going to do, but I'll have to have a ponder on that one. And then we've got the little bunk room here, and this is where you would get the lighter. Yeah. Whether I do anything practical about all this, I don't know. That's something further down the line. Oh yeah, I need to get either a couple of item frames or a painting up here. Not quite sure how I'm going to do that yet, but this is where you'd Solved the little puzzle. Well, in the remake you solved a puzzle. In this one I think there was just a button you pressed that drained this water. Then you could shove this to one side, shove the bookcase, and there'd be a cabinet behind it, blah, blah, blah. And eventually I'll get out... oh, what's his name? Come on, Reaper, you know this. Raccoon. Martin Raccoon. The researcher's will to his dearest Alma. I will get that wrote up and put in there eventually. Just remember how long it took me last time. Then we've got the room with the botany book. Originally I had this too wide, but it felt a little too cramped, and the bookcase isn't that big in the game. I've got these autocrafters here as like little cupboards because they look like little cupboard handles you can pull open. I'm in two minds about this though. I am tempted just to put brown carpet on, just so it's not as deep. And I was going to use the netherwort, but I think the netherite looks more like the wallpaper. It looks far more like the wallpaper in the game. Now, this corridor here, I think, is spawn-proof. I think. This one, I've had quite a few problems in here, namely around this section. But I think this bit now is lit just well enough. So, the problem I had with this is there's a strange ornate pattern on the walls. And it didn't quite line up, as you can see, with how I needed the rest of the build to fix. So I've kind of just had to do what I can with what I've got. Now, as you can see, these have got their slots missing, unlike that one. That's because where these are, just behind those, there's glow lichen. You know, just to create, look how dark and grim it looks. That ambience it makes is good. But behind these are redstone blocks, and that just gets rid of those lines and just creates that extra texture. And I kind of don't mind it, but at the same time, I don't know. I tried doing the stripped variants at a different angle so you could still see a pattern. It looked too flat, too bland, and yeah, I wasn't happy with it. So eventually I just decided to craft a load. Mojang, I've got a suggestion to ask. Can you introduce a villager called a carpenter, please? That can have a tool station that strips logs for you. And does stairs, you know, like the stonecutter does? Because I'm sorry, it's just ridiculous. And I might actually make a full video on some suggestions I've got. Because when you come to doing big builds like this, you learn a lot about what this game has and hasn't got. The first of all is polished diorite and quartz walls. And stone. Why can't we have stone walls and smooth stone walls, but we can have cobblestone walls, which is clearly less structurally intact? It just... I've also got an idea for a backpack, but I might keep that to myself. Right, anyway, rant over. So, we've got the armor room. I do need to put in some more statues here. I don't know how I'm going to do those yet. I'm thinking of a granite block and then try and force an armor stand into them. Or maybe put the armor stand down and force the granite block. I don't know how I'm going to do that yet. But yeah, this is where you'd come. I need to put a button on the floor as well right there. I think that needs moving over. I think that needs moving to there. And the button placing there. Yeah. This cost a fortune. It was a pain. It was a pain in the butt. Yeah, it's off-center. But again, with how the build lays out, it was either make this too wide and take one of the corridors one back, which then would mean I'd have to move the whole lot back, or I just don't care that the door is slightly off-center. I went with I don't care that the door is slightly off-center. It's better than moving the entire thing around and trying to rebuild the entire floor plan again. But yes, same applies here. Where the torches are, there are glow lichen behind, which then leads into here. We'd find Richard, laid on the floor with this slight nibble out of him. And this, when I made the mansion originally, I never ever finished this room. But this time I remembered. Truth is, I'm in two minds about this room. There are chairs in here. I don't know if it makes it too cramped. I'm tempted to remove them. Or maybe just remove the trapdoors. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. Does this look too cramped with these chairs in? Does it fit the aesthetic? Should I leave them in, take them out? And whilst you're down there, maybe think about giving a like and a subscribe. I've been doing this project now for a long time. Too long. And it's absolutely tearing into my daily lifestyle. Right. Yeah, so we've got the little hidden cubby. And that leads us through Bop into here. It's alright, yeah, okay, so it looks like I've finally sorted it. Yeah, this back corner here was spawn hell. Absolute nightmare. But yes, this is where you would face yawn. And... excuse me. Oh. Oh, okay, one of my trees has grown. Okay. I wondered what the bloody hell that was. So in the game, from the original camera angles, you can't see a single light source. There isn't a lamp on anything. There isn't even a light switch. Trust me, I've looked. But from the pattern, it looks like there is a light source, a singular light source about here. Now, the problem is that does not reach that corner. So what I've done is a little bit of light trickery. Under here, as you can tell carefully, this bit is a little bit darker. Just this little section here, and then it goes a little bit lighter. So what I've done is, you've got to imagine that the light can't come through the bottom of this. It's coming out at the sides, at an angle. So down at an angle, down at an angle. So these are all slabs. And there is a torch there, 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 and there. But there's none here. These are solid blocks under here. So that then creates the light source, which I believe would be 15. Then this would negate, the slab would negate it down to 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, etc. Blah, blah, blah. I don't quite know how it works. I just put it down and pray that nothing spawns. Problem was, this area was still spawning. I don't know if they can spawn on barrels. Let me just crank up the brightness a second. Video. Bop. Bop. Oh, actually, yeah, that might not be too bad. I think that's just about got it. So what I did here is, once again, these are slabs. But because it wouldn't have fit, like, oh, the light looks like it does all of this area, which is nice, which is what it's supposed to do. The idea is that the light can reach this bit, but it can't get round past this pillar or round past these. So underneath here is glow lichen, and underneath these are torches. And so far it's kept it spawn proof. For how long? I don't know. But yeah, if we have just a quick wander back through, you'll see how much brighter it is at 100%. And it does kind of lose that feel. I mean, look how much brighter this is now compared to this. Just an instant shift. It's just an instant shift in atmosphere. But yes, that is it. That's all I've done in a week. Now, to be fair, I was a little bit behind on the building. And as I said, I've got one room slightly missed. And truthfully, a lot of it was just resources. I mean, look at the state of this. Look at the state of these chests. It's getting out of hand. It really is getting out of hand. I've had to go back and AFK at some of my farms. I had to go and AFK for iron. I had to go and AFK for gunpowder. It's a resource eater. It really is. But with that wing pretty much done, apart from the special closet. And if I can fly up, let's just get on here. Oh yeah, the balcony. I forgot to show you the balcony. Yeah, it's... Excuse me. It does look a bit of a mess up here. But if we can get down here... Oh, I'm missing a thing. Yep. Nope, didn't make it. Give. So yeah, here's where you'd come out and find forest. There's a window here. There's a window here. Yeah, behind it is a solid wall. And trust me, there's no window there. I've checked. Yeah, I've got to wait for some of these vines to grow. I've also got a piece of... Where is it? A piece of glow lichen. Right there. You know, just keeping this area spawn-proof. And then we've got through here done. Ignore that. That's just for that bit. Once this door's open, yeah, you can't see it. See? Tricks of the trade, guys. Tricks of the trade. Oh, yeah, and these plant pots. They're just like little fence banister post type things, you know, that you get. But yes, that's where we're up to. As you can see, it's getting there. It's getting there slowly. I'm trying not to eat into too much of the stone that I'm going to need for the rest of Raccoon City, because obviously the city's on a bit of a back burner for now. And I've got that terraforming project to do. But I'll be honest, doing the mansion has really rekindled my buildings. Like, what's the word? Inspiration. Because it's a nice challenge. With the mansion, it's like the city on a smaller scale. And getting it to fit is a challenge. And I do like a challenge. The city, on the other hand, has a lot of diagonals. And I don't really want to build in diagonals. But, that's just how it is, unfortunately. But anyway, with that being said, this has been Reaper. Thanks for watching. Take care. Be good people. Like and subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye. Bye. Bye.